Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video on the How to Make and Hatching System series. Now in this video we're going to be fixing a lot of bugs as well as adding mobile support to our game and working on the inventory system. So what we're going to be doing is fixing a triple hatch bug, and also when you hatch an egg now we'll have it so that when you press the inventory it creates some templates for us and we can select our pets. Before this video starts, if you guys want to support me and want to have access to all of my project files, including the one you're watching right now, they will all be available in my Patreon in the $10 tier. With that being said, let's start. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is making the template actually work. Instead of just having the function work, we're gonna have the script create a template whenever we hatch an egg. So to do that, I'm going to enter my pet inventory script, and instead of just doing this local function new template, I'm going to convert this to a _g function. So to do that, I'm just going to go here and type in a _g dot create dot new template is equal to function. And what I'm going to do is copy all of this here and paste it here and get rid of this. And I'm going to get the pet name as an argument. And after that, what I'm going to do is get rid of this and copy this _g.new template function. And I'm going to go to my hatch client script and I'm going to scroll all the way down. And whenever we hatch an egg, so I think it's right here, hatch 1. When we toggle the GUIs, we will do _g.new template, and we're gonna send the pet name, which is, well, pet name. And we're gonna do the same thing here, copy the function, scroll down here, and I'm pretty sure we just have to do the same thing. So _g.new template, pet name. But instead of this, I'm going to do this 3 times. So pet name 2 and pet name 3. And now if we play the game, that should hopefully work. So let's try that out. So if I just go here, triple hatch, it should display the pets and show 3 pets on the pets GUI. And if I hatch 1 pet, it should do the same thing, but only with 1 pet. Now we'll try it with this other egg. And as you can see, things are working just fine. And if I go to my inventory, I should have a lot of pets. And now what I want to try is see if the price of the egg is a bit too much. So I'm going to go to my red egg, change the price to something like 115 and try to hatch the egg. As you can see, okay, so that's a bit of a problem. It still hatches the egg. Let's try to fix that. Okay, very simple. We can go to our server script, main server, and right here when we hatch the egg, we are just checking if the price is greater or equal than the price, but we need to do this 3 times. So what I'm going to do is copy this function right here, this event, and paste it here, and I'm going to change this to hatch 3 pets. And I'm going to go to replicated storage, egg hatching remotes. I'm going to duplicate this and rename it to hatch 3 pets. And then I will go to my hatch client script. And actually, let's go here first. And what I'm going to do is get the player and the egg. And here's what we're going to be doing. So we have 1 chosen egg, 1 chosen pet. We're going to get 3 instead. So chosen pet 2, chosen pet 3. After that, what I'm going to do is if toNumber player.leaderstats.value is greater or equal than the price multiplied by 3. And I'm going to put all of this in brackets. Actually, instead, what I'm going to do is get the price. So local price. Instead of doing this, I'm going to create a variable in here, local actual price or local number price. And I'm going to change this to toNumber price. And instead, I'm going to do number price, and I'm going to multiply that by 3. And then we'll subtract the number price, or the price multiplied by 3. And now in here we're going to return the chosen pet the first chosen pet, then the chosen pet 2, and then the chosen pet 3. And after that, what I'm going to do is go back to my hatch client script, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to when we want to check if the player is pressing R. And instead of just doing this, what I'm going to do is do local result 1, comma result 2, comma result 3 is equal to, and replicated storage, or I think egg hatch in remotes. Okay, replicated storage dot egg hatch in remotes dot hatch 3 pets colon invoke server. And I'm pretty sure we used to send the nearest egg, so nearest egg. And now what I'm going to do is just check if this works. So if I just play the game, as you can see right now, I have 200 coins, and if I just press R, as you can see now, I have 155 coins. And maybe, let's say the egg is way too expensive, so I'm going to change the price of my egg to 100, and I have 155. So if I press R, nothing should happen because we do not have enough. So that is very nice, but we can still hatch one egg. And if I try to hatch it again with 55 coins, we have a bug. So I'm going to try to fix this. So to do that, I'm going to go to the main server script and check if there is something wrong with the with this. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Local number price is equal to toNumber price, and I'm going to go here and change this to the price, and then we can do this. So we have an else, we return false, and now I'm going to go back to my hatch client script, and I'm going to check when we press E. So we are just checking if the result is not equal to nil. Okay, so instead of doing this, maybe it's a better idea to do if the result is not equal to false. Okay, so instead let's just return can't hatch or cannot hatch. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back here and check if the result is not equal to cannot hatch. Cannot hatch. And that should be it, hopefully. So I'm just going to play the game. Press E. And see if there is something wrong with this. So now it works, but if the egg is too expensive, so I'm going to change the egg price to 1,000. And if I press E, then nothing happens, which is great. Because now we know that our system works perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do now is make sure that we can display the pet names when we hatch an egg. But first, I'm going to change my pet frame to invisible, and I'm going to select all of my pet displays and I'm going to make them visible. And then I will change the background transparency of each one, background transparency to 0, so that I can actually see them. And what I'm going to do is just create a text label inside of them, of each one. So text label, and I'm going to just position it right here. Something like that. And I'm going to change the background transparency to 1. And I'm going to change the text color to a nice white and the font to Verdoken. And I'm going to change the border size pixel or the text stroke. So text stroke transparency to 0. And I think that should be it. Oh, I forgot about text scaled. And now I'm going to rename this to pet name display. And I'm going to copy this, paste it inside of all of my pet displays. And I'm going to make all of my pet displays transparent again and invisible again. And now I'm going to go back to my hatch client script. And what I'm going to do is whenever we hatch an egg, so I'm going to go to the hatch one. And when we display the pet, so I think it's here, if I can actually find it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is copy this, and I'm going to do script.parent.petDisplay.pet name display.text, and we're gonna change the text to pet name. And let's see if that works when we hatch only one egg. So it works. Now I will try to do this for all of the eggs. So let's just do that. So script.parent.petDisplay. I'm just going to paste this 3 times, and I'm going to change this to pet display 3, and this to pet display 2, and this to 2, and this to pet name 3. And now if I play the game, hatch 3 eggs, that should display 3 pets. Okay, so as you can see, it works, but as you can see, the viewport frame is overlapping the pet name display. And that is very easy to fix. Just select all of your pet name displays and set the z-index to a huge number like 10. And now you can play the game. And that should not happen anymore, hopefully. And it does not happen anymore. So the next thing I want to do is add mobile support, because right now if we go to, let's say we have a phone, and if we press E, nothing happens, and we need to fix that. So to do that, it's very simple. We just have to enter the hatch client script and scroll all the way down to where we are checking for input. And what I'm going to do is, instead of doing this, okay, let's think of this. Okay, so I think I have an idea of how to do this. I'm going to loop through all of the egg billboards. So for I, v in pairs, script, or egg billboards. Okay, we do not have a variable for that. So script.parent.eggBillboards or script.parent.eggBillboards, colon get children, do. And what I'm going to do is just check this. So buttons, okay. So local E btn for button is equal to, and v dot container buttons dot e, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the T button or R button. So I'm going to change this to R. And now if I just drop a line, and I think we should just do e.mouse button one click, connect function, and we'll do the same thing that we are doing here. So when we press E, we check, we put this if statement. Okay, so it's E button, not E. And then we just check, get the nearest egg. Let's just copy all of this here. Paste it here. And then we will copy this and just paste it here. And I'm pretty sure that should work, hopefully. So let's just go here, play the game, and press the E button, and as you can see, it works. Now we have mobile support, but I want to try spamming the E button. So as you can see, it works. No bugs, no errors. Great. By the way, this error is just from a plugin called Smooth Camera. So it's not from the EX system or something. Okay, so the next thing is implementing the same thing for the R button. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it here. So R, btn, the mouse button one click, connect function, and we'll just copy everything that we have here. Okay, so just copy all of the things after this if input.keycode is equal to in.keycode.r, and just paste it here. And now if you play the game, we should hopefully have mobile support for Triple H. And as you can see, it works even though I'm spamming it. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to just press R and press the button at the same time. And as you can see, everything still works. No bugs, no errors. Great. Now what I want to do is work a bit more on the inventory system. So we have all this set up. And let's go to the mobile view and press play. And go here. And as you can see, we can't press E or something. So I'm going to press the R thing. And as you can see, it works. Great. Okay, so we have a little problem here, which is the text label doesn't really work. So to fix that, again, very simple. Just go to your pet displays and convert the size to scale. So to do that, I think in the past video I showed you guys this plugin called Auto Scale Lite, and just go to the plugin, go to unit conversion, convert all of the labels to scale. And now if you play the game on mobile view, that should work, hopefully, maybe. So, okay, so it works. Great. Now we will work on the inventory system. First, I'm going to go to my text button. I'm going to add a local script. And this is just going to be a simple script for opening up the pet frame. So script.parent.mouse button one click, connect function, connect function, and I'll just do this, and script.parent.petFrame.visible equals not script.parent.parent.petFrame.visible. And now if you play the game, we should be able to open up this pet frame. And now we want to check if we press a template when we create one. So right here, what I'm going to do is just create a function up here, local function on template press. And this will take the template. So in here, I'm going to do new template, dot mouse button on click, dot mouse button on click, colon connect function. And what we're going to be doing is calling the onTempPress function, and we're going to send the template. So new template. And in here, I'm going to have a variable called selected template. So selected template. And we're going to have that set to our to nil. And in here, we're going to set it to the template. So selected template is equal to and the template. And after doing that, what I want to do is make sure that in the info frame we have a display pet frame. Okay. So what I'm going to do is copy this line of code, these lines of code, and paste them here. And what I'm going to do to this is, okay, let's go here. Never mind. I will change this to display pet. And then I'm going to change this to temp.name. And then this. But before I do that, I'm going to loop through all of the childs of the display pet frame and get children. And I will just check if the colony is a viewport frame. Then the colon destroy. Now if we play the game, we should be able to select pets. So if I just play the game, hatch an egg, we should be able to go to our pets folder and press a pet, and as you can see, we can select it. And if I hatch multiple pets, actually, let's hatch some pets from here instead. So I will just press R, and I will just go to my pets, and as you can see, we can select pets, and that works perfectly fine. Now what we want to do is make sure that we are updating this that says nil. So to do that, I'm going to go back here and create a variable for our pet name, display info, and I'm going to change this to info. That's such a bad variable name, by the way. So info dot pet name, and in here what I'm going to do is change the pet name. So pet name display info dot text, and I'm going to change that to temp dot name. And if I just play the game now, that should work. So let's just hatch an egg real quick. And as you can see now, it says nil. If we press this, we have this set to dog. Now we want to make these multipliers work. So to do that, it's very simple. I'm just going to go to pets, and as you can see, we do not have any multiplier value inside of each pet. So I don't think we're going to do that in this video, but instead, let's focus on setting up the equipping system. We're not going to have the full pet equipping system done in this video, but maybe in the next one. So for now, I'm going to enter my main server, and I think what I want to do is go to server storage, hatching data, and I'm going to add a folder. Actually, we already have the pets folder, so I'm going to add a string value or a folder instead. And I'm going to call this equipped pets. And then I think that's just all we have to do. Maybe let's set up the function for when we press the equip button. So local function on equip, and what I'm going to do is do equip. Okay, we do not have variable for that, so local equip btn is equal to info.equip, and equip equip mouse button one click on connect function, and what I'm going to do is call the equip button, or I think it was called on equip. And in here, what I'm going to do is check if the selected template is not equal to nil. Then what we're going to be doing is just print equipped. And now if we play the game, press E, hatch an egg, hatch a pet. Actually, we hatch an egg, not a pet. And if I just press equip right now, nothing happens. But when I select this and press equip, as you can see now, it says equipped. Okay, so I think this is going to be pretty much it for today's tutorial. If this helped, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!